What I'm about to say is my personal editorial opinion. For the last 25 days, the people of Kashmir have been denied their fundamental rights, their right to expression. Article 19 of the Constitution of India secures for every citizen a fundamental right of speech and expression. The government has repeatedly assured us that everything is normal in Jammu and Kashmir, and the situation is under control. If that in fact is the case, then why is there still a clampdown of communication in the valley? Why is there a lack of information flowing out of the state? Why are local elected leaders still in custody with no charges against them, and they haven't been presented in court, so they don't have their day in court? Our Constitution also lists out, along with rights, fundamental duties for each of us as citizens. Along with respecting the flag and the national anthem, it asks us to, and I'll quote it, the Constitution says that it is our duty to strive towards excellence in spheres of individual and collective activity so that the nation constantly rises to higher levels of endeavor and achievements. This means, to be truly patriotic, we have to become the best possible version of our professional and collective selves. Which means that I have to be the best journalist I could possibly be. Which means I have to ask questions. Which means all of us, every single one of us, must demand answers. That is our patriotic duty. Who will dismiss me as biased or maybe even anti-national? So be it. But before you do so, do not dismiss the question. Consider the question I'm about to ask you simply on its merit. And do not consider the question based on the source on which it's coming from. And I am not questioning the government's decision on Article 370. That is a question for the judiciary to answer. My question is simply about the fundamental rights of my fellow citizens. They are unable right now to speak for themselves, and so I speak for them. And I ask you at home to please do the same. Here are the questions. When will the shutdown of communications and the restrictions in Kashmir end? When will the children go back to school? When will the shops reopen? When will the doctors in the hospitals have access to telecommunication and medicines? What is the plan going forward? Our government must come out and speak to us as citizens and offer us clarity on the roadmap, a blueprint on when the comms shutdown in Kashmir will be lifted, when the fundamental rights of the citizens of Kashmir will be returned to them. To also ask those questions on behalf of our fellow citizens who are part of India, who are Indian, it's time we stood with them.